Hello everyone, and welcome to our video today. Today, we're going to explore one of the most popular drinks in the world, coffee. Coffee is not only a wonderful drink that helps us stay awake every morning, but it also has an interesting history and a detailed production process. Have you ever wondered how coffee is made, and where it all started? Let's dive into the history and production of coffee in this video. Let's start with an interesting question: where did coffee come from, and what is its history? The coffee we know today actually has a long and fascinating history. It all began in Ethiopia around the 9th century, where a shepherd named Kaldi is said to have discovered coffee. According to the story, Kaldi noticed that his goats became more energetic after eating the fruit of a certain tree. He tried the fruit himself and felt more alert, so he took it to a local monk. The monk used it to make a drink that kept him awake during long hours of prayer. From there, the use of coffee beans spread to Arabia, where it became popular for religious ceremonies, and eventually, the beans were roasted and brewed into a drink that could help people stay awake during prayer sessions. By the 15th century, coffee had spread to Arabia and was used in medicinal contexts, and soon after, it became a popular drink in the Middle East. Coffee began to spread to Europe in the 17th century, and coffeehouses began to pop up in London and Paris, where people gathered to drink coffee, socialize, and discuss ideas. Coffee became so popular that, by the 18th century, coffeehouses were an integral part of European culture. By the 19th century, coffee had firmly established itself as an essential global commodity. It is now one of the largest industries in the world, with millions of people involved in its cultivation, processing, and enjoyment. Coffee continues to be a drink that brings people together, whether for a quick morning pick-me-up or a long conversation with friends. Coffee began to spread to Europe in the 17th century, and coffeehouses began to pop up in London and Paris, where people gathered to drink coffee, socialize, and discuss ideas. Coffee became so popular that, by the 18th century, coffeehouses were an integral part of European culture. By the 19th century, coffee had firmly established itself as an essential global commodity. It is now one of the largest industries in the world, with millions of people involved in its cultivation, processing, and enjoyment. Coffee continues to be a drink that brings people together, whether for a quick morning pick-me-up or a long conversation with friends. Step 2. Processing the coffee cherries. Once the cherries are harvested, they are processed to extract the coffee beans inside. There are two main methods for processing coffee: the dry method, where the cherries are dried under the sun, and the beans are separated from the dried fruit. The wet method, where the cherries are pulped to remove the outer fruit, and the beans are washed and fermented before drying. After processing, the beans are left to dry completely, ensuring they won't spoil during storage. Step 3. Roasting the coffee beans. Once the beans are dry, they are ready for roasting. This step is where the magic happens. Roasting coffee beans is crucial because it develops the flavors we associate with coffee. Beans are roasted in specialized machines at temperatures ranging from 180 degrees Celsius to 240 degrees Celsius, depending on the type of coffee and the desired flavor profile. As the beans roast, they go through a transformation. They change color from green to brown and release aromatic oils that give coffee its signature scent. The roasting time can vary from 6 to 12 minutes, depending on the roast level, which can range from light to dark. The longer the beans roast, the darker and stronger the coffee flavor will be. Step 4. Grinding the coffee. After roasting, the coffee beans are ground into a fine powder. The coarseness of the grind depends on how you plan to brew the coffee. For espresso, a fine grind is required, while for French press coffee, a coarser grind works best. The ground coffee is what you will use to make your coffee, and it's the last step before brewing. Step 5. Brewing the coffee. Finally, it's time to brew the coffee. There are many ways to brew coffee, but here are a few popular methods. Espresso. Espresso is brewed by forcing hot water through finely ground coffee beans under high pressure. This method creates a strong, concentrated coffee. French press. This method involves steeping coarsely ground coffee beans in hot water for several minutes before pressing the grounds with a plunger. Drip coffee. This is the most common method in American households, where hot water is slowly dripped through a filter containing ground coffee. There are many other ways to brew coffee, but these are just a few examples. Each brewing method will result in a different flavor and strength of coffee. And that's it. From growing and harvesting the coffee cherries to roasting the beans and finally brewing that perfect cup, we've covered the entire coffee production process. Coffee has a rich history, starting from its discovery in Ethiopia and spreading across the world to become the drink we love today. The coffee industry is a global phenomenon, involving millions of people in its production, and it continues to be a key part of daily life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. We'll see you in the next video with more insights into the fascinating world of food production. Welcome to today's video. Instant sweet corn is a familiar and convenient food in modern life. Have you ever wondered how instant sweet corn is made? Let's explore the process from when the corn is harvested to when it becomes a canned product, ready to serve you. Sweet corn, also known as sweet corn on the cob, has become an important part of human diets. Originally cultivated around 7,000 years ago in Latin America, it was later developed into varieties with a sweeter taste, ideal for food processing. In the 1960s, instant sweet corn began to be industrialized, offering convenience to consumers. Today, instant sweet corn is processed and packaged using modern technology, which helps preserve it for long periods while maintaining its nutritional value. The production of instant sweet corn begins with harvesting the sweet corn from the cornfields. The sweet corn ears are carefully selected at the right stage of maturity. When harvesting, each ear of corn is thoroughly inspected to ensure that only the best quality ears are used in the production process. Corn must be harvested at the optimal stage to maintain the natural sweetness and ensure high-quality products later on. After harvesting, the sweet corn is transported swiftly to the processing plant. Here, it undergoes a strict quality inspection. Every ear of corn is checked for color, freshness, and sweetness. Only the corn that meets the quality standards continues to the next stages of processing. This ensures that every final product has the sweet, delicious taste and high quality. After harvesting, the sweet corn is transported swiftly to the processing plant. Here, it undergoes a strict quality inspection. Every ear of corn is checked for color, freshness, and sweetness. Only the corn that meets the quality standards continues to the next stages of processing. This ensures that every final product has the sweet, delicious taste and high quality. The sweet corn is steamed or cooked at high temperatures to soften it and preserve its natural sweetness. This process not only makes the corn easier to eat but also helps with long-term preservation without losing essential nutrients. The corn is cooked to the perfect consistency, soft but still retains its natural crunch, offering a satisfying texture to enjoy. Once cooked, the sweet corn is packaged into cans or bags. This step requires great precision to ensure that the product remains undamaged during packaging. Proper packaging helps protect the quality of the product and extends its shelf life, making it easy to transport and distribute to stores and supermarkets. The packaging is labeled with detailed information about the manufacturing date, expiration date, and nutritional content. The instant sweet corn product, once packaged, undergoes a final quality check before being released. This is an essential step to ensure that all products meet the highest quality standards before they are sent to retailers. They are then distributed to stores, ready to be enjoyed by consumers.